A couple weeks ago, Olight sent out this. This is called the Nightour. And color me skeptical. When a flashlight brand makes an appliance, it doesn't always translate well. But I gotta say, after just playing with it for a few weeks, I'm very impressed. In fact, this may be my favorite thing Olight has ever made. So today I'm going to talk about what it can do, and I'm going to tell you how you can get the best possible deal on this right now on their one-day sale. So if you give me 10 minutes of your time, we're going to answer all those questions. All right, so this of course is the Nightour lamp, and I'm going to run through it real quick here. So starting with the base, if you use the switch and you press down, you're going to get white light. If you press up, you're going to get the multicolor light. Now both of these setups can be brightened or dimmed using the same button. Go down to make it less bright, hold up to make it more bright. And it seems that they are controlled independently. So if I have this really soft, like it is now, I can have this really bright. And it will always remember which one I'm on. That's pretty cool too. Now, let's go ahead and go up to the top for a second. I have a lot to get through, so I'm going to try to run through it. This is very different from what we usually get from Olight. This is a high CRI, 95 plus, 4,000 Kelvin emitter. What the heck does that mean? What it means basically is that you're going to get a light that's not going to cause eye fatigue, eye strain. It's going to be as close to the light that you get from the sun as you probably can get. 95 is very, very, very good. And you control this by the button on the back. Press once and you will get the white light. Now notice that the amount of light is pretty much the same no matter how far away I move my hand. And that is because it has a spherical lens, and this is actually going to distribute the light equally in a given area. Very cool. This particular light goes up to 90 lumens. And it can be controlled. It can be dimmed as well with the button on the back. Just hold, press, and you can actually dim the light all the way down to the point where it is just over like 1 or 2 lumens, which is great if you're trying to not disturb anyone or keep your night vision, whatever you choose to do. Now let's make this bright again. There we go. Now, that's how it works when it's plugged in, as it is. But there's more to this light. I can take this off, and it's still running. It actually has a built-in battery, which means this can become a flashlight. And if I need to turn it off, I just shake it. There you go. Shake on, shake off. Just like that. Just turn it off for a second. Now, that's not the only thing that works with this lamp, but I think that's what's really cool. That's what really got me. This is an Olight MC. As you can see, it's green. But if I connect it, it switches over to white. And if I dim it, it dims. This is something that they don't even have. Like when you're just doing this with the Olight MC, nothing happens. Like this doesn't happen. You can't control how bright you want that light to be. And if I take it off, it turns off. And if I turn it back on, I get whatever setting I had set up on this. Very interesting. Now, if I push it back on, it switches back to white. But notice, it didn't come on the same brightness that I initially had. It comes on the brightness it was set on the Nightour. That's really clever, and I have no idea how they did this because this came out way before this lamp. Very confusing. And of course, we can make it brighter as well. Very, very, very cool. Turns out that's not the only thing that it works with. So this is the Baton 3, and I can control how bright I make it from the back. Now you can see the difference in light. This is that very cool white 6500 Kelvin. Very, very big difference between that and this, right? Now what's also cool about this is the same thing is true with the brightness. You can actually dim this and have a continuous dimming. it's not available on the Baton 3 independently. Now it's on its lowest setting, right? I can turn it off with the switch. Now if I turn this on, it's not coming on the lowest setting, but if I connect it, it switches to the lowest setting. Very confusing. I don't understand how this is working, but it is very cool that they have this type of integration. I'm very impressed. Now, that was all of it plugged in. Let's go ahead and talk about it unplugged. This no longer works, which is fine, but this still does. You're going to be able to use this when the power is out, and you're going to be able to use it to have light. And on top of the fact that you have this, which has its own independent battery, you're going to be able to do all the same things that you could do with the lamp. And when the power comes back on, it's going to charge back up again. With a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, it's going to have a varying amount of battery life depending on how bright you make this. If you lower it to its lowest setting, you're going to get almost a day's worth or more than a day's worth of light. That's pretty darn good. This puts it kind of in a league of its own. It's hard to talk about what this light is when you think about the fact that it has a built-in battery source to run the lamp. Yeah, very, very different, and certainly one of my favorite things that they have made. Really well thought through. Notice that the button no longer works when it's unplugged. Now, that's pretty much all you need to know about the lamp. Really, really slick. I really appreciate it. Oh, I did forget one thing. It has a suction cup on the bottom. They really did think of a lot of different things on this one. And this is not the cleanest or flattest surface because I have all these marks. And it's still sticking okay. Pretty cool. Now let's talk quickly about how to get the best possible deal on this. So this is going to be $80 on the sale that is going on right now, link in the description. But you can do better, and I'm going to explain how you can get it for a better price. So this is one of those instances where this is not the cheapest item, but it is worth getting one while they're inexpensive. Other lamps like this with the high CRI can run from $100 to $300. I was shocked at how expensive they are. So 80 is decent, but it can be better. What I would suggest doing is opening a new account for this particular sale. Because what you're going to get is an i3E, which is a $10 flashlight. You're going to get a $10 coupon to use on it, making it $70. And that's way better. Now, there's another way you could do it as well. You can get the bundle with the Olight MC, and that's going to be $90. You add the O Pen Mini, which is very, very popular and is awesome little bolt action pen. And you're going to get the i3E, and you're going to be able to use a $15 coupon, bringing the whole thing down to $85. So for $5 more than the original amount on your account, you're going to be able to get an Olight MC, an i3E, and the blue O Pen Mini. But don't forget, type in the search bar, refill, and you'll be able to get 3 refills for the pen for free as part of the shipping. Everyone forgets this. You can actually get a free refill every time there is a sale going on Olight. So I'm pretty happy with the lamp. I just wanted to tell you guys how you can get this as cheap as possible. If you use the link down in the description, it does help me out as well. So I appreciate it if you decide to do that. And I hope this was informative. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that it's generally pretty neutral as well. And it kind of feels young. My daughter is probably going to try to steal it at some point, I'm sure. Or use it like a weapon or something like that. But you know what? It's a cool piece. And I think a lot of people are going to get use out of it. So that's it for today. And you guys have a great one.